Hi everyone, Nonisa here, back with some more Geoguessr, the free browser-based game that drops you in Google Street View and you have to figure out where in the world you are. So, let's get started. There's an arrow on the... What's that? Not reflecting. What's the word? Shadow. What's that the shadow of? Oh, I thought that was a lamppost. It's got a weird arrow sign on it. Anyway, so, yeah, that one's got one too. It looks like there might be some civilization down here, so let's get moving. I see lots of mountains. It's very pretty. Is that a house or a church, perhaps? Looks a bit like a church. There's quite a lot in that sign, but I don't think. I think I might see it better from this side, perhaps. So there's parking over there for. Oh, hold on. Chinese or Japanese writing there. I think Japanese. This. So Japanese symbols, as far as I'm aware, are a bit simpler, but they do borrow some Chinese symbols as well. I could be totally wrong, but I think that's how you sort of can distinguish the difference if you're not a speaker of either, well, I'm saying Chinese, Mandarin, Cantonese, or Japanese. And I suppose the mountains and things would make me think a bit of Japan. Yeah, some more symbols there. So, I think we're in Japan then. I was going to say Scandinavia when I saw that building, but these arrow signs are really odd. What's on this sign here? Some faces. It does look like there is a town or something down here. So we're in Japan. Japan can be, for me, quite difficult because I can't read any of the signs. Despite the fact that that one... So I don't recognise any of the places unless it really does. Sometimes there are signs that are in English as well in sort of tourist areas. See, resort golf. So it's like an upside down tunnel. That makes sense. So yeah, these symbols here, and I hope I'm recording my mouse pointer. I think I am. They look Chinese to me, but mixed in with Japanese. I think. So Japan, we need to find some clue as to where in Japan we may be. Japan, not humongous, but there is, you can get quite far away. It's quite long, if you can describe a country as long. So even though you're in Japan, you can still be quite far off. Although I suppose not as far off as you can be when you're in somewhere like Russia and you've absolutely no idea where you are. Yeah, this sign looks Japanese, quite not simple, but more simple looking than Chinese to Western eyes. Restaurant in that direction. So some of these signs do have English written on them. There's a great, really tall building just poking out of the middle of nowhere. I suspect even if we come across a sign to places, I'm not going to be able to read the places. Although, aha, Toyoko Town, Toyoko Spa on the 230. I love how much detail there is in this sign. There's like pavement and the grass, and there's little, I don't know if you'll see it by the time YouTube compresses the video, but little lines for the pavement. Toyoko. So I wonder if that is the name of the place that we are in. That says Rusu Tsu Resort Hotel. So Tayako and Ru. Oh, I'm not going to try and. I just have to read it again. Is this sign going to say anything different? It does. Kimobetsu Sapporo. 2:30. Now, are these places going to be big enough to spot on the map? Oh, well, Sapporo. Okie dokie. I dumbfounded myself there because I did not expect to find the symbols and the symbols match as well. I didn't expect to find it right away like that. And there's a 2:30. It goes away down this way. Let's carry on here. It does. Is that the end of it? Is there a place there called Date? Oh. Two. So it's saying go straight on the 2:30 or turn off for Sapporo. So we're so this is I'm getting lost. So you would turn off to go or carry on. What was the place I thought it was maybe called? Like looked a bit like Tokyo, but it wasn't Tokyo. What's this place? Kimobetsu. Can we see that place anywhere? Anywhere here? Nope. Zoom in here maybe? Nope. There's that 2:30 again. It's here. Are there more places I'm not seeing because I'm not zoomed in enough? Oh, there is like a built up area there, but it has no name. Okie dokie. So that must be the 2:30 then. We're in a place along it, so it could be in that built up area actually. Yeah, because that says 2:30 as well, I think. To Rusatusu. I'm betting that's not how you say that. I think I'm just gonna plunk us here somewhere because I can't see any other places. 21.7 miles away. That was pretty good for Japan. I'm really happy with that. Let's have a quick look, see if we could have. Okay, so there's. I probably wouldn't have seen that because it's whoa. Rutsutu 02 Goru Furu. 72 tower course. I think that would be easier to say, don't you? Next. Excuse me, lose my voice. Okie dokie. Trees, trees, and more trees. A little bit of civilization in this direction. Some mountains and or hills. Excuse me, I need to cough. I'm going to mute the mic. There we go. I probably just caught the end of my cough there. Okay. I see people on bikes. I see quite red dirt. Need to be a dirt expert. Is that? Yeah, he is carrying that on his head. Good posture. Good posture. Where could this be? Possibly. What sort of language are we speaking here? Smirnoff Storm. 13 R's. What's the currency in South Africa? Who am I asking? My brain, I suppose. There's some cows. I think we maybe missed cows in the last video. Good mixture of cows there. Gotta have a cow in Geoguessr. Looks like that could be a school, although it does say car wash on the side there. Kilometers. Quite. There's a sign here. Winterton. A mouse. Possibly just means hospital. So yeah, this could be South Africa. People are driving on the left. think they do in South Africa. Um, hello. Your sign's got any useful information for me? Welcome to a mouse hospital. So the reason I was thinking South Africa is because it looks a bit like Africa to me, the colour of the dirt, sort of mountains and farmland and the type of houses that we saw, quite a mixture of sort of older traditional style houses and more modern brick houses. The signs appear to be sort of Cathedral Peak, Winterton, sound quite sort of English, which a lot of places in South Africa by their English names do. Is that a goat just at the side of the road there? Um, Also, Google Maps. There are other places in Africa like this where a lot of the signs are maybe in French or in English. Um, but a lot of Africa hasn't been covered by the Google car, as far as I know. So, a mouse is the place we are, I think. Um, but I'm not sure. I could be wrong. I think I have been in sort of Kenya before, but very rarely. Yeah, so the place names sort of make me think South Africa. So, unless we can particularly, I don't think they drive on the left, but I could be wrong. Um, I'm never going to find a mouse on a map, so a mouse. So, if that is indeed how you say it, um, so I'd really like to get something else to maybe help confirm that we are in South Africa, or yeah. So this is what I mean. The sort of traditional and modern mixture of architecture. I mean, look at this. These like domed little. Are these houses or are these things that are adjoined to there? I'm not sure. Hmm. And also the English being on the signs as well. Don't think we're going to see this sign. No. Hmm. I'm not convinced by my own deductions. I would really like them to be at least slightly confirmed or denied, but I don't think we're finding much else. It's some farm type, some cattle, some horses, ploughed fields, certainly sort of farming community, quite a mixture. Lots of people just walking along the roads. A few cars here and there. Oh, I'm not convinced. Really not convinced. Some cows, hi cows. Gotta have a cow. There's some chickens back there, I think. Right, I'm gonna get up to these cars and then I shall make a guess. I'm guessing that's the name of the road, D1255. What sort of road names have you got in South Africa? Um, that's Swaziland. Photo. How do you name these roads? They've got R's. Oh, I did say currency as well, didn't I? But I do not know what the currency is in South Africa. They're R's rather than D's. Hmm. Again, that's an R. Is there any littler roads? These ones? Have these got names? Doesn't look like it. No. Oh, really not convinced. Oh, well, so I've been dropped in Kenya before, I think, but this that doesn't strike me as Kenya. They've got B, C. Do you want any D roads? Can you? What are these little roads called, Anything? I'm really not convinced. I'm gonna plop it down in South Africa and see how badly that is, I guess. Oh, okay, so we were in South Africa. I'm happy with that. And I kind of plunked it somewhere where I thought the middle was, so it wouldn't be too far away. And we were here. Whoa, I am not going to try and say that. There's Winterton. And we were on this road here, which it's not going to tell me has any number. So, okay, we're quite far away. We're about 400 miles away, but I'm not too fussed by that one because we were on the right continent. I suspect I'm not going to be able to move here. But this looks like a music festival. Portaloos by the hundreds. Big stage being set up. I'm not enjoying the low resolution. Okay, so I'm guessing this is before the festival. Lovely green field, all nice and tidy. Portaloo's all set up, ready for the revelers, and this must be after. So this is them. Look at the bloody mess. Where have all the? Oh, we've moved slightly. So my first thought, festival-wise, was it looks like a British festival, but I'm guessing festivals, music festivals, look pretty similar the world over. And over here, I can see an American-style truck. And if we go back to before, this is a. Okay, so you get these types of. Are they cars? Are they vans? I have no idea. In Britain and Europe, but they're very much more popular in the US and North America in general. So is this like Woodstock or something? I don't know. I don't know music festivals at all. But I think we're in the US. Stop zooming in. I didn't ask you to zoom in that much. I'm gonna guess Western United States somewhere. I have no idea. We're very far away. We're definitely not in the Western United States. In fact, we were in Canada. That is probably some sort of famous music festival that I am completely unaware of. We were in Nova Scotia, I think. Yeah. Stop. It's being a bit of a pain today. We were in Nova Scotia in Canada in a place called Sydney. So apparently there is a big music festival or some sort of festival happens there. I'll maybe look that up later. That was a difficult one. I'm happy I at least got it on the right continent, even though we were like 2,500 miles away. Next one. Hello, Coca-Cola van. How are you? So Coca-Cola, you do not tell me anything because you happen everywhere. We have palm trees. We have what looks like it could be a very beautiful beach down there. Do have a sign, which could be Spanish, could be Portuguese, could be something totally. Is this car just covered in hats? It is. It's a hat car. Okay, and clay animals, and your bum's been blurred. It's obviously deemed not fit for Google Street View. No idea. No idea. First sort of inkling, South America perhaps. What's this? Camping. It's kind of terrifying. It's a bit Dead Island to me. Let's head up this road. See if there are any more clues. There's at least a sign. Is that an advert for a car? I think it is. Something dollars. Our dollars. Look at this. Oh, what I would give for a really nice holiday. Anyway, enough about me. This is odd. Look at this. This is sort of carved into this rock on the way down to the beach. A lucky bus. It's quite a nice drive down to that beach. Excuse me. Now, I was saying, no, I was about to say it could be Spain. It can't be Spain because it's dollars of some variety that the currency is. The sign here. More adverts for cars? No. Something. Protected area, I guess that says. Government. I don't recognise like I thought I might see a country in there. So like a government protected area. And I think that might be Portuguese. Not convinced. I should go and try and learn the difference, how to recognise the difference between Spanish and Portuguese. Rodovia. Looks like a sort of tourist area. Does that sign say something else? Say the name of the beach, I guess. Yeah. So, perhaps Brazil somewhere? Certainly like tourist area, I think. Sort of camping, restaurants. What's this? Oh, you're not much use to me. Ah, yes you are. Brazil. But why is Brazil after? Are these places too? Not sure. Oh, something really bad's happened to your car, mate. So, don't really narrow it down. We're in Brazil somewhere. By the beach. Or I think we're in Brazil somewhere. It doesn't look like there's much else going on up this road. It really doesn't. I think we're looking north, so the sea is all, well, no, we're in Brazil. Can only really be on one side. Oh, it's a little bit terrifying. Yeah, the sea's on our east. Which makes sense. So I suppose, yeah, it's always going to be generally to our east, isn't it? I think I should learn more about Brazil to play Geoguessr, because it really does like putting you in Brazil. Let's have really good coverage. Yeah, so that was the name of the place that we kept seeing. Tambaba. Tambaba? And it really doesn't look like there's much else going on. It's going to help us out here on our quest to figure out where in the hell we are. Some more place names. Patimbu, Carne de Vaca, Ponta de something or other. Pedras. I think I'm just going to have to take a guess at it. There's really nothing else happening up here. So what do we think? More to the north, more to the south, along here, and in a plunkus there. We're probably in the wrong country. We weren't. And if I'd looked hard enough, I'd have seen this. Recife, I think it says. Yeah. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I'm not too disappointed with that. Last round. Hello, farmland. Whoa, there's some sort of weird... The pattern that this is in, so they're all in straight lines. But when you look down there, they're in straight lines. And you look down there, they're... Oh, that's kind of... Oh. Is that... That's really odd. That's precision planting, that is. So I don't know what it is, but it's a huge field of something or other. Let's head down here. Weight limits in tons. Signs stop the thing. So I think we are in. Yes, we're in North America. Our task now. I don't know why my voice was now. Are we in Canada or the USA? And normally the easiest way to know is because somebody in their front garden will have a flag. Because Americans love a flag, and Canadians do occasionally. So this looks like that could be an oh, I wonder if that's what was planted there. I wonder if that was like apple trees. I wonder if this is like orchards that we're seeing. I'm not seeing any flags. Palm trees though. Apple trees and palm trees. Or could I don't know. I thought I saw a flag there. Was I seeing things? I think I might have been. Yeah. So could we be in Florida? By the types of trees and things? I'm not sure. Really not sure. This road is, yeah, it's gone away to nothing. We can't go any further. Okay, let's go in the other direction. Quick now. We don't have all day. I've chosen the wrong direction. So certainly North America. Oh, I saw weight limits in tons. So that tells us, I think, that we're in the US because imperial, not metric. Um, so we're in the US. A very odd mixture of trees because there's these sort of mixture of kind of trees I would imagine would grow in very hot places and trees that would grow in not so hot places. And these are these orange groves? Is that what I'm seeing planted all around? And the new ones that we started beside? Is that what they could be? So would that say Florida to you? It says Florida to me, but I'm not convinced that they're orange groves. There are a hell of a lot of them. This whole place just seems to be surrounded by them. I haven't seen a flag, but I'm pretty sure we're in the US. Because imperial, not metric system. Come on, give me someone else. Try along this way. Just more farmland full of these, whatever these are. I think we're just going to have to pump for a guess because I'm not even coming across any big road signs. What is that? Ah, you're going to tell me what you're... Welcome to Durham. Right. There's an American flag. There's the Rotary Club sign. That's the like the Girl Guides. No, that's a I don't know. Scouts Guides. It dropped us in a place. I started just now. It dropped us in a place called Durham in the US before. I don't know if that was on video or not. Oh God. Oh, we came back. Ah, look at ice. That flag is humongous. These cow. Oh, very patriotic cows. That flag's ginormous. So we're in a place called Durham in the US. There are a lot of Durhams in the US. There was only one in the UK, as far as I know. which has a very nice cathedral where part of Harry Potter was shot, I think. I'm saying M a lot. I think the last Durham we were in was up in Maine. But I'm worried that we're down in Florida somewhere. Maybe? I'm never going to find Durham, am I? Are there sort of a place called Mobile? And that's Georgia you're in now. You've gone far too far. Kissimmee! Okay. No, oh god, Geoguessr, please behave. I think I might be so wrong. I was so wrong. Oh, I'm so bad at the United States. I'm so good at knowing when I'm in the United States. I mean, I should have thought palm trees, sort of the mixture of trees that I was going on and on about. There's no way that's in Maine. That has to be on the west coast, or I kind of think Florida as well. But yeah, I should have thought. I need to find out what all those there's Durham there. What all those trees and stuff were north of Sacramento. 11,000 points. I did not do very well on that one. Those two North American ones I had completely back to front. Brazil one was not so bad. South Africa one and Japan one, they were great. Ones in America where I started by saying I can't read Japanese, so it's quite difficult. But the ones in America where I can read all the signs, bloody awful at. Anyway, that's Geoguessr. Hope you're still enjoying the videos, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye!